Today we're going to be looking at an alphabet book. These are books to help students identify letters and also identify the sound that the letter makes. These books contain letters that the students already know. Each time a student learns a letter, it's entered into the book. If a student only knows the uppercase or the lowercase version of the letter, it's still entered into the book. This book helps students understand the alphabet better, and it makes it a lot less overwhelming for them because they can see the letters that they need to know, and it also empowers them because it has the letters that they already know. So, we're going to come around and take a look at this alphabet book. The way that this student's made it, I let him decorate the front cover however he wanted. And then, as we flip through the pages, we see a lot of them are blank. These are the letters that the student does not yet know. But here we see the student can identify the uppercase B, and he had a variety of pictures to pick from, and he chose a bagel to help him remember the beginning sound for B, B. So we're just going to take a look through the book. We have letter C. He knows the uppercase and the lowercase version of that letter. And as the student goes and reviews the letters, you always want them to trace with their finger first. And so there's a picture of letter D and the dog. We have F for fork. We can go into the back. I see that the student also knows the letter L. And he also knows the lowercase letter N. So, as you can see, these contain the letters the student already knows. Now, we're going to look at how you would introduce a new letter to the student, and this is a new letter that this student is able to identify. So looking at this assessment sheet is pretty simple. I've just circled the letters that Matt knows, uppercase and lowercase, and I see that he has learned the uppercase and the lowercase letter S, which makes sense because they're both pretty similar looking. So when we enter in our new letter today, we're going to be entering in the uppercase S and the lowercase s. So now we're going to take a look at how you would introduce a new letter to a student. Okay, so Matt, today I see that you are able to identify the letter S, which is wonderful. So we're going to enter the letter S into our alphabet book today, and you're going to get to pick your own picture to match, the picture will match how you will learn to remember the sound of the letter S. So let's take a look at the letters that you already know. Okay? So I see that you know the uppercase B, so go ahead and trace that with your finger.
It's B.
Good. And what letter is that?
B.
What's the picture of?
Bagel.
What's the beginning sound for bagel?
B.
Okay, what's that letter?
C.
Go ahead and trace it. What's that a picture of?
Car.
What's the beginning sound for car?
K.
Good job. What's that letter?
D.
Go ahead and trace that D. And what's that a picture of?
Dog.
What's the beginning sound for dog?
D.
Good. What's that letter?
F.
Go ahead and trace it. What's that a picture of?
Fork.
What's the beginning sound for fork? Good. We're going to go all the way over here. What's that letter?
L.
Great, you know the uppercase and the lowercase of L. What's that a picture of?
Leaf.
And what's the beginning sound for leaf?
O.
Okay. Go ahead and, what's that letter?
N.
Go ahead and trace it. And what's that a picture of?
Nuts.
What's the beginning sound for nuts? Good. Okay, what's that letter?
R.
Good, go ahead and trace the R. So when you trace R, you're going to go down and come back around. Good. What's that a picture of?
Rice.
What's the beginning sound for rice?
Er.
Good job. Okay. So, what we're going to do is, you know the letter S. So we can enter the letter S into our alphabet book today, which is wonderful. So I'm going to write the upper and the lowercase s, so you can watch me write, because you know both the uppercase and the lowercase s. So what's that letter that I just made?
S.
Great. Can you trace the S with your finger? Good. So now I have 3 pictures for you to choose from. I have a sandwich, I have a salad, and I have a snake. And they all begin with the sound for letter S. Can you pick a picture that you think will help you remember?
Snake.
Good. Snake. What's the beginning sound for snake?
S.
Great. You can go ahead and put that right into your alphabet book. Good. So can you trace the S? Good. And what's that letter?
S.
And what's that a picture of?
Snake.
And what's the beginning sound for snake?
S.
Great job. So, as you can see with the alphabet book, first we went through and reviewed what we already knew. We made sure that he traced the letters with his finger, and he said the beginning sound for each picture. And then when we introduced our new letter, because he knew uppercase and lowercase, I wrote the uppercase, I wrote the lowercase, I had him trace it with his finger, then he picked a picture that would help him remember the beginning sound for snake, S, which was snake. And then he traced it again, said the letter name, said the object, and the beginning sound, S. So that's how you would introduce a new letter into the alphabet book.